there are so many misconceptions about what makes up a business and what people have to focus on. So today I want to give you a few principles and mindset shifts in that direction. And the first thing I see is, okay, people start designing a logo, making their brand colors, or renting an office and all that shit. Business is, first of all, it needs, money flow. You need income. It's the blood of the business, and a homeless guy has a bigger business than you if you don't even make money with it. And the second thing is, of course, speed, right? Like, you have to fix problems. The ones that matter the most first, front end and then back end and all that stuff. And people start, making their business plan and analyzing way too much instead of just first doing and seeing what problems they cross. So that's also a common mistake. And then you have the perception of, a business, like, it's really about the person behind that business. If you are a responsible guy, people can trust you, and you reflect yourself, you analyze yourself, then you also analyze your performance in the business, and the business grows. So the business can only grow so far as you as a person grow. And then, of course, you can hire people. This means their skills also, go into the business. But then also you need to know how to actually hire people. So it's really about the people and about the customer, not really the product, but the core principle of a business is always the offer, right? Like, not the marketing where you attract the customer, the branding where you make the emotions and the message of the brand, but the core thing is the offer. Like in the Stone Age, what can you offer me? Like stone for stick, and so the offer is the main thing. If you can make an offer that appeals, to a certain customer base that has a certain problem, you can even imagine, one guy you actually know, and then try to fix the problem for him. And because when he likes it, chances are other people like it too. So business is really all about the people, especially if you focus on the customer, if you make great marketing that speaks exactly to them. And it's all about finding value gaps, finding something where supply and demand is not completely met, or where you can improve something just slightly. For example, I was seeing on TikTok, massage devices went viral, and I was, last year July or June, and then I picked something from Amazon where the reviews were better because they had certain problems, like it was too loud and stuff. So I picked something that was not as loud, and it converted higher for me, and I hit a 5K a month. So improve something, or improve the marketing where you can just speak clear to a clear audience, like have the value proposition more up there. And you also have to really think about, in what business are you really in, because some people say, I'm in the accounting business, or I'm, but for example, if your business depends on, really on what depends your business. If the business depends on your I don't know, employees, giving their expertise to your customers, then you're really in the hiring business of hiring great people and knowing how to hire. So really, what is the main success drive for your business? And this doesn't stop at 5 p.m. when you go off, because at the end of the day, you really have to see the opportunities everywhere, just see, okay, where can I see either an opportunity in the market right now where people want something, or where do I see an opportunity for to get our product more out there. New social media platforms, be the first one of finding gaps where people are not, pricing something the right way, or anything. It can be anything. Even if you have just a if a small advantage that other people might don't have, either something that you can source that other people can't source, or something you can provide where other people don't have it, or you have a certain expertise in, or like experience in a certain field where okay, this could go better. The Klarna CEO, for example, had experience with that, and how people always, like business owners, say, oh, customers, they want to pay first and all that stuff. So they fixed that and created a business out of that. So really, where you see the opportunity, just keep an open mind. And also, it doesn't end at 5 p.m. because, like obviously, you're building a machine, you're building a money machine, and at the beginning you have to build all that shit yourself, and you have to constantly, before you can outsource anything, fix yourself. Today at 5 a.m., bro, I think I wake up early, but one customer at 5 a.m., messaged me on the support chat saying he can't check out because travels, whatever. So you have to be quick, you have to be fixed, everything, and also adjust. You have to survive in your environment as a business by constantly adjusting and seeing what's new. And people get so fixed on the rules. They are like, oh, I'm doing dropshipping. No, dropshipping is how you source the product. So I'm doing organic. No, organic is your marketing method. Like, you can change things around and switch the variables and all that stuff. Like, you don't get fixed by the rules. So, like, a good artist knows the rules. A great one, just doesn't give a fuck, bro. You have, when you understand the music, then you can also adjust the rules and stuff. And you build this machine from ground up, so you know how to build it. Because, some people say, oh, I can just buy a business for 3K and then I'm gonna grow it from there to like 30K or even 300K. But if you don't know how to use the machine, like, you have to be great at content first to understand what to look out for in a content person that you hire. Or, like, because I would be confident right now with buying a YouTube channel for 10K. That's gonna make me, I don't know, monthly revenue of 2K. Because I know how to use that YouTube channel. I understand the customer, because the customer really is YouTube, right? Like, I post to YouTube and YouTube only gonna give me views and money when I understand what YouTube wants from me, like, people say, okay, it's the viewer, but really, like, there are a lot of viewers. You just have to really know, okay, what's gonna get pushed out there. So you constantly have to analyze, think about it. You're in as a person, and it's gonna give you so much more opportunity and everything. Like, bro, I only been in like a few countries around Germany. I want to also travel a lot, meet interesting new people, have maybe see new opportunities. Opportunities that I can't even see right now. So it's all about getting open for the opportunities and really like identifying it, being quick with it, and also, of course, like, so many variables to this machine that I want to break down more in my on my YouTube channel, like the marketing part, the offer part, how to split test, to constantly try new things, and how to make that machine more strong. For example, cash flow is always like, or margins, expand your margins, grow the advertising, but also cash flow, like how quick can you reinvest, how free is your cash, how liquid, and then, oh, it's not liquid enough, okay, then so we're gonna start charging customers little things up front and stuff to optimize that. So really seeing it as a machine, and as a person that you grow from that experience, like it's going on your resume, and it's always gonna probably be like an instinct for you, what you're already creating, because you already did it, like you're drawn to it, I was already, making videos at 10 before I even knew what YouTube is. I was posting on YouTube since I'm 12. Before that, I made like funny skits and shit when I was 7 or something. And like, bro, it's always, you're gonna get drawn into it, and as a person, and this is just gonna reflect in the business, because, for example, my teacher was, and this is like even a guy who, should teach us business and stuff, he's like the business teacher then. And he was laughing about a guy, or like also economics and shit. And he was like showing us this, the article of a guy that at 15 developed an app, and in the app store it was top 10 maybe made a few millions, maybe not, I don't know, but it flopped. And this was the article basically, and the guy was laughing about him. Haha, now he's probably back to school, he got a little reality check. But bro, at the end of the day, these guys don't realize, like, it's about the person. He got that experience. And do you really think a guy who starts an app at 15 is now gonna say, "Oh, it flopped. Okay, back to school"? Like, no, it's about the fire, the inner fire of doing something, and something where you can put your heart into it, and where you can give everything, and put and make your entire life around it, and really try to create something great, and build something from nothing. And like, this flopped, but you get that and you put it into the next thing, and at least he's doing something. It's really about the freedom, and you have to build your business also according to your goals. Of course, if if business, if freedom is the goal, then don't get trapped in that machine. At some point outsourcing, and at some point build your business a way that you know you can basically decide how much personal life and stuff you want to attach to that business, how much risk and all that. Most of the time it's also about saying no and knowing where to shift your focus. If you have to overview, like, what elements should you put more energy towards, and what, like, where you do say no. Like, sometimes, focus on the things that drive the business the most. And it's really about that freedom, not being attached, not needing to have opinions because your employer or like whatever. And also some people, I know a story of one guy. He sold 2 or 3 PDFs in the price of $500,000 to how to get rid of your alcohol addiction. He sold that to millionaires, and they paid 500,000 because that's the value their life is gonna change from that. So it's really not about time or anything. It's just about finding something. Product carries so much, like like shop conversion rate, marketing. Sometimes the videos just go viral because of the product. Like, if you have actually a crazy product that really speaks to an audience, or you have a really clear marketing that the inside the language basically of your audience, it's gonna carry so much. And you have so many cool organizations, projects, things you can start, like, so many possibilities. When you think about the future, it's so great. So it's really about keeping an overview about everything. You basically, you have to have this overview. You're basically the thinker, and you have to just go through your life and always look for opportunities. Like, what can you copy? Like, if you go into Starbucks, like, what's their model? What's the pricing? How are companies adapting? How should I adapt? And always be a truthful person behind the business, because there's like an example of one guy. He cheated on his wife, and that's why his business partner didn't do like this $10 million deal or something with him, because it always reflects. And always in your own business, you can always provide more value than as an employee, because at the end of the day, you you basically, I mean, of course, if you work for other people, that's something different. You get experience, maybe good, you get more networking, more opportunities. But if you are employed, you're always gonna provide less value than your employer, because like, he wants to earn something too. So you're always providing more value than you get in exchange for that money, and you can provide more value when you have more cash flow in that sense. And also, 8 hours, like, if you would put that into a business, like most people, like, it's like you're gonna see exponential results. It's gonna be more worth it. I hope this video helped clear some myths, and I will see you in the next one.